Yeah, lots of them. Lots of people there. You're welcome. Of course. She's hiding.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, when is it?
May 9th.
Of the dining room.
Which one? Which one?
Rod! That's right, sorry. We got a few more Mr. Hours here, don't we, today? Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this special occasion. We are going to say goodbye to Rod Auer after his 37 years as administrator at Marian Manor. We have a little program, and we just want to welcome you all. And so please stay seated throughout the program. We'll let you know when the goodies are, okay? I will turn it over now to Art Hellman, our president of the board.
Thank you, Sharon, and welcome to everybody on this occasion today of Rod's retirement. Thank you for coming, everybody. And I would like to start by thanking Sharon and Loretta and the staff here for arranging this retirement. They put a lot of work into it and planned it, and it's turning out just perfect the way it looks with a number of people here. And also thanking Sharon for helping me put things together to talk about the history of things that happened while Rod was the administrator. So thank you. First of all, I'd like to introduce the board of directors. I'm Art Hellman. I just kind of inherited being president here last fall. And then I'll introduce the wives and husbands. First of all, my wife Pauline. You know, the wives and husbands, when we have meetings and everything, they're home and wondering what's going on, and we come home and we rattle about the meetings and what Rod talked about and everything, so they're a big part of this. So, my wife Pauline, and we have the Vice President, Chuck Irving. Chuck's wife, Loretta, Director of Nursing here. Please stand. She's way in the back. And we have our treasurer, Mr. Jerome Derby, his wife Daisy. Jerome's one of our senior members, been on the board a long time, but he's not the senior member. I'll get to this. Senior member. And we have the newest member of our board, Heidi Peltz. Her husband, Andy, wasn't able to be here today. And we have our secretary, Diane Chirado. We have Sandy Gerving, who's going to be leaving the board, but she's the new administrator. Her husband, Rob, is not here, wasn't able to be here today. Tim Dupont, director. His wife, Linda, is working, he said. I imagine down in Elgin, probably, in the clinic. Then we have our senior member, Mr. Alex Mugley. He's been a director since the beginning of Marian Manor. And his wife, Alice. His wife, Alice Mugley. That's our board of directors. We also have with us our only past administrator of Marian Manor that lives in the hereby, and that's Mr. Clarence Wetzel. He was the administrator before Rod for, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 years, something like that. Did an excellent job, went through some hard times, but he's with us today, Mr. Clarence Wetzel and his wife, Phyllis. I'm sorry. Another director is Mr. Mike Dupont. He wasn't able to be here today. He's ill. Mike Dupont and his wife, Ellen, Mary, sorry. Mike wasn't able to be here today. So on behalf of the board of directors, it's my pleasure to say a few words about Rod's 37 years as administrator of Marian Manor. I'd like to mention some of the things that were done to improve our healthcare center during this time. Rod was always very good to work with. Any changes or improvements were always brought to the board of directors in advance and were discussed at length before final decisions were made. And I might add that any changes that were made were always done to make things better for the residents and for the staff, or because it was something that really needed to be done. And Rod supervised every one of these projects over the years. Rod was hired on December 11th of 1978. He was the youngest administrator in the state at that time. Marian Manor went through some tough times in Rod's early years of employment, but through good management, things started improving and kept improving to the point where we are now one of the best care centers in the state. We all owe Rod and his staff a huge thank you for accomplishing this. Each year, the Dietary Managers Association in the state of North Dakota selects an Administrator of the Year. Rod has received this award twice. Out of about 150 licensed administrators in the state, Rod is the only one to have received it twice. Quite an honor. From 1978, when Rod was hired, to 1983, hardly any changes were made here at the Marian Manor. The main focus was on getting the budget set to where the center was operating in the black. But starting in 1983, many changes occurred. Resident homes, dining room, and hallways were remodeled from 1983 to 1985. The first computer was purchased in 1983 for finances. Air conditioning was added in 1986. In 1987, the nurse scholarship loan grants started with 16 nurses graduating at that time. Medical record software was added in 1988. In 1989, the initial construction loan with First Federal Savings and Loan was paid up. That's always a big deal when you get your loan paid up, isn't it? I think you had a burning, was it? Yes, you bet. So, in 1999, the West Addition Clinic was added. 1991, I'm sorry. In 1992, the new nurses station was built. In 1993, resident homes were again remodeled. In 1994, a sunroom was added to the activity room. Also, state surveys zero deficiencies for the first time. 1 of 7 years with no deficiencies. I'd like to talk a little bit about no deficiencies. That is almost something that's impossible to do nowadays anymore, but what happens is I call them inspectors. They come in and they go through everything and try to find things that you're not doing right. Well, in 7 years, everything was done right, and that is a great tribute to Rod and the staff for achieving 7 years of no deficiencies over this tenure. Great job. In 1995, a new bathing unit, a new fire alarm system was installed along with the construction of Marian Manor Estates. In 1996, occupational therapy services was added. In 1997, the front lobby reception desk was remodeled. In 2000, the lawn sprinkler system was installed. And in 2001, the Peter Friedyk House was purchased for a daycare center. It's used today for contract nurses have rooms there. A new roof was added to the original building in 2004. In 2005, new computer software system for nursing financial was installed. 15 new computers were added. Marian Manor was the first in North Dakota to be totally computerized in the nursing and therapy departments. Great deal, big deal. Also in 2005, Marian Manor purchased an 8-unit apartment building for staff to rent. In 2006, hallways and dining rooms received new flooring. 2007, a fire sprinkler system was installed. Went to my second page of things being done here, a lot of things. Remodeling resident room and new flooring with wall guards in 2007 and 2008. The addition of the new garage by the kitchen was done in 2007. 23 electric beds were purchased with a grant in 2007. The front office chapel remodeling was done in 2008. Moving the nurses' station across the hall and making the new living area was done in 2009. The new whirlpool was purchased in 2009. Wheelchair washer, in 2010, a wheelchair washer along with a smoke hut in the back patio was done. Windows were replaced in 2011. 14 new desktop computers in 2012. And also in 2012, the O&J apartments were purchased for the staff. Remodeling the dining room and administration hallways in 2013. And Marian Manor's Estates 2 opened their doors on December 1st of 2013. Also in 2014, we purchased a new van, which was needed. A little story behind purchasing that new van. Whenever you buy a new vehicle, usually you have a whole vehicle to get rid of. So we had the 2000 Plymouth van that we couldn't trade in, had to get rid of it. So I wasn't at that board meeting, but I think the board wanted to talk Rod into purchasing that van. Rod said, it's got a lot of miles and it doesn't run very well. And the board put on their salesmanship hats and they said, but it's in really, really good shape. So, and we think you should have something to remember Marian Manor since you're retiring. So as it turned out, Rod bought the van. So that takes us through 2014. So you can see that upkeep and improving of Marian Manor is an ongoing thing. And Rod was very good about looking ahead and seeing things that needed to be done ahead of time and bringing them before the board of directors for discussion. And so Rod, the board of directors, the staff and residents of Marian Manor and the community thanks you for 37 years of service to Marian Manor Healthcare Center. If I were granted one wish today, I would wish that Rod's father-in-law, Albert Dupont, could be here to give this talk and presentation to Rod. I think we all know that Albert was pretty much the founder of Marian Manor and was the president of the board of directors until his death last fall. This would have meant the world to Albert. But that's not to be, so I'm here instead. But things move on forward, but we keep Albert in our mind and thank him for all the years of dedication he had to Marian Manor. At our February board meeting, we presented Rod with a bit of a bonus to be used toward a hunting trip sometime down the road. We all know how Rod enjoys hunting, so we felt it was appropriate because of all his years of dedicated service to Marian Manor. Good hunting, Rod. And now I would ask all my fellow board members to come up when we have a plaque of appreciation to present to Rod, and if you'd all come forward and congratulate Rod, and we'll present you with a plaque. The plaque says, in appreciation of Rod Auer for 37 years of dedicated service as administrator of Marian Manor Healthcare Center, 1978 to 2015. A sincere thank you to the board of directors. I was going to ask if any of the other board members had anything to say.
I don't work for him anymore.
I'd just like to thank Rod for all the work he's done, and working with Rod has been a real joy, and he has done one heck of a job for the community. Thank you, Rod.
I don't need a mic now. Oh! Thank you very much appreciated. You don't stay at a job like this for 37 years unless it's a good place to work, right? Marian Manor is excellent. The employees are excellent. The community, I really enjoy living here, raising 4 beautiful kids. It went by awful fast. And thanks for not making this sound like a wake. It kind of, it just kind of feels that way to me, like, he's gone. He's just not around anymore. He's moved down the trail a little bit, you know. But I want to thank the board of directors for working with me. I've talked to a lot of administrators throughout the state that have had bad boards that like to micromanage things. That's not their place. It drives administrators nuts. And a lot of them have left because of it. They just get undercut on things. My board has always been there for me. They've let me do what they paid me to do and hired me to do. And I greatly appreciate that. And I really appreciate Alex and Jerome because they hired me. I wouldn't be here without those 2 guys. So I appreciate that very much. So what the future will hold, I'm very confident we have a new administrator here that's going to carry this facility forward. And it's a great facility. We all need to work together to make sure that it stays that way. Community, employees, and everything. Can't let it go down because who knows how many people in here may end up in here. Me included, you know. We've always stressed that at staff meetings, you know, we're taking care of people now, but what are we going to do in the future when we have to take care of ourselves, our mothers, our dads, you know? So we can never let the guard down. We have to always maintain the quality. And I'm confident we will. Sometimes you may have to get a little mean with them, but it's all right. Right? Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Rod. I can see how stern you can get. You don't need a microphone or anything. At this time, I'll turn it back to Sharon. They have a few more presentations to make.
Thank you. We have the resident council has wanted to give you something, Rod, for the years that you're here. And they have a little something for you. And Alma Tavis, one of the resident council boards, will be here shortly to give you a little something from the resident council.
Well, isn't this great? Thank you. I appreciate you. Well, I appreciate knowing you all these years, too. Thank you. I've known her for 37 years. Have to open it. I'll give it to the other newest retiree in Glen Ullin. I gotta tell you a story about her. I stopped over there, about 2 weeks ago, around breakfast time. Of course, a big mouth, I go in there. Hey, what's for breakfast? I look over what Pauline is eating. There were 2 radishes, 2 onions, some weird looking Melby toast, and something else that didn't look good. I've never seen a breakfast like that. I didn't stay. Oh, another mug, a coffee mug, awesome. Oh, look, thanks Rod for 37 years. You've been a great administrator, Marian Manor Resident Council, awesome. Thank you very much. And water bottle go with it? Yep. Thanks, Rod, for 37 years. You've been a great administrator, Marian Manor Resident Council. Awesome. Thank you very much. And I should say the board wants me to tell them where I go on this bonus they gave me. They want me to go hunting somewhere. So I mentioned with my good buddy last night, we had a few beers in Bismarck, and how I told him I want to go back to Africa, so hopefully he'll be doing that, right, Dennis?
Could all the supervisors and the office staff please come up forward? We are one other group, we have something else for Rod. The supervisors and the office staff. Very much appreciating working for Rod. We want all the supervisors and the office staff. No, we're not going to say Okay, Howard wants to say. No, we just want to, I don't know what to say. We got you the gift, which talks about your leadership. Yeah, and we all wrote a little something on the board for you. We appreciate the years you've had with us.
Ooh, yeah. Power of a leader. Wow. Well, you have to look at the read this. Great, awesome, super.
Read what it says.
Read what it says. True leaders are not those who strive to be first, but those who are first to strive and who give their all for the success of the team. True leaders are first to see the need, envision the plan, empower the team for action. By the strength of the leader's commitment, the power of the team is unleashed. Awesome, very nice. Greatest secret of my success is hiring great people, right?
We have one more video that Jared did for us. We got him some pictures, so we have a little video here you can watch. And after the video, it's lunchtime. So we'll have cake and refreshments after the video. The little ones are hungry. So please watch the video. Thank you all for coming.
She said it's right here.